Have you ever looked in the mirror one morning and thought, what happened to me? You used to wake up with energy, drive, and confidence. Now the spark feels dim, the mornings feel dull, and even the moments that used to excite you, well, they just don't anymore. That's exactly what one of my patients told me. He said, Doc, I don't get it. I eat clean, I sleep okay, but my energy's gone and my erections just aren't the same. His wife had noticed it too, not just in the bedroom, but in his smile, his posture, the way he carried himself. So she decided to do something bold. Every morning while he made breakfast, she secretly added one small ingredient to his coffee. Within weeks, he was back, more confident, more alive, and yes, more satisfied in every way. What she added wasn't a drug. It wasn't some sketchy supplement from a late night ad. It was a simple, natural compound that works with the male body, not against it. And today, I'm going to show you exactly what it was and why it worked so powerfully, because sometimes the smallest change can reignite everything you thought you'd lost. Let's be honest, when your body stops responding the way it used to, it hits deeper than just the surface. It's not only about performance, it's about confidence, pride, and the feeling of being in control. You start noticing the little things first. You wake up tired even after 8 hours of sleep, your workouts feel heavier, your focus slips, and when intimacy comes up, anxiety creeps in instead of excitement. You tell yourself it's just stress or age or maybe too much work, but deep down, you know something's changed. Your partner notices it too, the lack of spark, the missing connection, and slowly that gap grows. You feel distant, frustrated, maybe even embarrassed. It's a vicious cycle. The more you worry, the worse it gets, and the worse it gets, the more you pull back from your partner, your goals, even yourself. But here's the truth. It's not your fault. Your body is sending you a message. You just need to learn how to listen and how to respond the right way. Hi, I'm Dr. Rachel Rubin, a board certified urologist and sexual medicine specialist. For over a decade, I've helped thousands of men reclaim their vitality, restore their confidence, and strengthen their relationships using science backed natural methods. My job isn't just to prescribe medication, it's to understand how the male body really works. Because when you know what's happening inside, you can finally take control from the inside out. I've seen men in their 30s, 40s, even 70s turn their health around, not by chasing trends, but by making small, powerful changes that awaken their body's own healing systems. So if you've been struggling with low energy, weak erections, or fading drive, stay with me. Because what I'm about to share could be the turning point your body has been waiting for. When my patient's wife told me what she'd been secretly adding to his coffee, I smiled. Not because she'd done something sneaky, but because she'd stumbled onto something brilliant. You see, the male body thrives on balance of hormones, blood flow, and energy metabolism. But modern life throws that balance off. Stress, late nights, processed foods, they slowly chip away at the system that fuels your vitality. And here's where it gets interesting. Sometimes the simplest natural compounds can help flip that switch back on. No pills, no complicated routines, just one small addition that works with your morning ritual, your coffee. What she added helps boost nitric oxide, the same molecule that tells your blood vessels to relax and open. It supports testosterone signaling, enhances circulation, and even sharpens focus and energy. Within a few weeks, her husband wasn't just performing better, he was living better, more confidence, more stamina, more connection. And the best part, you can start doing this tonight. It's safe, natural, and incredibly easy. Because the truth is, you don't need to overhaul your life to reclaim your strength. You just need to know what to add. In a moment, I'll explain what that ingredient was and the science behind why it worked so powerfully. Let's talk about what really happened when that one simple ingredient was added to his morning coffee. Because this isn't magic, it's pure physiology. When we think about erections, we often think it's all about testosterone, but the truth is, it starts much earlier in your blood vessels, your brain, and your mitochondria, the tiny power plants inside every cell. Here's how it works. When you're aroused, your brain releases signals that travel down the spinal cord, triggering nerves in the pelvis. Those nerves release a gas molecule called nitric oxide, or NO for short. Think of nitric oxide as your body's open sesame. It tells the smooth muscle around your blood vessels to relax, allowing blood to rush into the penile tissue and stay there. That's what creates a strong, lasting erection, healthy nitric oxide levels, and flexible, responsive blood vessels. But here's the catch. Nitric oxide production naturally declines with age. By your late 30s, you're already making 25% less than you did in your 20s. By your 50s, that number can drop by half. And when nitric oxide drops, everything slows down: circulation, recovery, and yes, sexual performance. Add in poor diet, high stress, lack of sleep, and low physical activity, and your endothelial cells, the ones that make nitric oxide, start to falter. That means less oxygen, weaker blood flow, and more inflammation. Now, testosterone absolutely plays a role too, but not in the way most people think. You can't just boost testosterone and expect everything to work again, because testosterone depends on circulation, sleep, micronutrients, and a calm nervous system to function properly. If blood flow is compromised, even high testosterone won't fix the issue. So, what was in that coffee? It was L-citrulline, a natural amino acid found in watermelon, beets, and some leafy greens. When ingested, your body converts L-citrulline into L-arginine, which is the direct precursor for nitric oxide. But here's why this ingredient is so powerful, and why I often prefer it over L-arginine supplements themselves. When you take L-arginine directly, much of it is broken down by the liver before it even reaches your bloodstream. L-citrulline, on the other hand, bypasses that breakdown and provides a steady, sustained boost in nitric oxide levels over several hours. That means better blood flow, improved oxygen delivery, and stronger vascular response, all from within. In clinical studies, men who took L-citrulline daily reported firmer erections, better endurance, and higher satisfaction without the side effects of medications. But the effects don't stop there. When nitric oxide improves, so does blood flow everywhere, to the heart, the brain, and muscles. That's why many men notice an increase in morning energy, sharper focus, and even better workouts. Nitric oxide also helps your mitochondria, those tiny powerhouses in your cells, produce more ATP, the body's energy currency. So when you support nitric oxide, you're literally turning up the power switch on your entire body, but there's another layer most people don't realize. When blood flow improves, so does testosterone transport. See, testosterone doesn't just float around freely, it's carried through your bloodstream to reach target tissues. Better circulation means more effective hormone delivery, better function, and a stronger feedback loop. Now, combine that with the caffeine in coffee, a mild vasodilator and central nervous system stimulant, and you've got a synergistic effect. The caffeine helps improve focus and metabolic rate, while the L-citrulline enhances circulation and nitric oxide. Together, they amplify each other, helping you feel more awake, more alive, and more in tune with your body. Of course, nitric oxide alone isn't a magic bullet. You still need the foundation: sleep, movement, and proper nutrition. Because if your body is inflamed, stressed, or overloaded with processed sugar, even the best supplement can't do its job. One key thing that kills nitric oxide faster than anything else: chronic stress. When you're constantly under pressure, your body releases cortisol, which tightens blood vessels and suppresses nitric oxide synthase, the enzyme that makes nitric oxide in the first place. That's why stress doesn't just affect your mood, it directly sabotages your physical response. So, when my patient started his new morning ritual, 1 cup of black coffee with a scoop of natural L-citrulline, he was also told to make 2 small changes. First, cut back on sugary creamers and processed breakfast foods that spike insulin. Second, spend just 5 minutes in sunlight after breakfast. Why sunlight? Because UV exposure on your skin helps stimulate nitric oxide production naturally. It's your body's way of saying, "Good morning, time to wake up and circulate." Within 3 weeks, his blood flow markers improved. His energy was steadier, his focus sharper, and yes, his erections were back to where they'd been years ago. Not because of a pill, but because his body was finally working the way it was designed to. The beauty of this process is that it's not about tricking your body, it's about reminding it how to function properly. When you support nitric oxide, you're supporting every system that depends on it: cardiovascular, hormonal, neurological, even psychological. Because when blood flows freely, oxygen follows, and when oxygen flows, every cell wakes up. So the next time you sip your morning coffee, remember that simple ritual can become a powerful act of healing if you give your body the right tools. In a moment, I'll share exactly how to make this blend at home, the best time to take it, and the mistakes most men make when trying to boost their performance naturally. Here's exactly how to recreate what my patient's wife did, safely, naturally, and effectively. Each morning, before you brew your coffee, measure out 1 teaspoon, about 3 grams, of pure L-citrulline powder. You can find it at most health stores or online, but make sure it's labeled 100% L-citrulline with no added sugars or artificial flavors. Add it directly into your black coffee, stir well, and drink it within 15 minutes of waking up. That timing matters. Your nitric oxide levels are lowest in the morning, and this jumpstarts your circulation and alertness for the day. If you prefer tea or smoothies, you can mix it there too. It's flavorless and dissolves easily. But here's a key mistake to avoid: never mix L-citrulline with heavy creamers, high sugar syrups, or dairy. Sugar and saturated fats can constrict blood vessels, completely canceling out the nitric oxide benefits. Want to make it even more effective? Add a squeeze of lemon juice or beetroot powder. Both contain natural nitrates and vitamin C, which further enhance nitric oxide production and absorption. Try this simple ritual for 7 consecutive mornings. Notice your focus, stamina, and energy in and out of the bedroom. Small, consistent actions create big physiological shifts. And this one starts right in your morning cup. So here's my challenge to you: try this for 7 mornings in a row. Just 1 teaspoon in your coffee, no sugar, no gimmicks. Watch how your body responds, how your energy, focus, and confidence begin to return. Then come back and tell me your results in the comments. I read everyone. And if you want to know the top 3 foods that naturally boost testosterone and blood flow, click the next video on your screen. Stay strong, stay informed, and take control of your health.